guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to start a Python bootcamp series where I will teach you Python and take you from zero to hero. Okay, so let's get started. So this lesson is going to be a overview about Python and why I should learn it. So in this lecture, basically, we're going to learn what you can do with Python and why you might want to choose Python. And this is also good for new people, new programmers who are new to programming. So, yep. So brief history of Python. It was created in 1990 by Guido van Rossum. And Python 3 was released in 2008, so it's quite old. And also specially designed as an easy to use language, so you can quite actually read some code even if you don't know how to program, and you'll easily understand it. And yes, it has a really high focus on readability of code. And why choose Python? It's designed for clear, logical code that is easy to read and learn. So if you've never programmed in your whole life, it's easy to come to Python and then maybe learn more complicated languages like Java and other languages. So lots of existing libraries and framework are already written in Python, so it's not a new language which is still in development and people aren't really using it. It's a really well-known language, and it focuses on optimizing developer time rather than computer processing time. So it's easier for you to read, but the processing might be a bit slower than other languages, but it's not really noticeable unless you're actually doing like running super heavy codes. So there's also great documentation in the official website python.org. And what can you do with Python? You can basically do anything. You can write small programs, you can write your own libraries, and we can write apps with it by using other frameworks. So you can do many things. Later we will begin to learn about outside libraries and frameworks. So first we're just going to learn about basic Python and basic modules. Then we're going to go into more advanced parts of Python, like using other libraries and etc. What can you do? You can search for files and edit them. You can scrape information from websites. Of course, these need other frameworks and other libraries to help you, but some are already built in. You can read and edit Excel files, work with PDFs, automate emails and text messages, fill out forms. You can do many more stuff. Okay, what can you do with Python again? Data science and machine learning. You can analyze large data files, create visualizations, perform machine learning tasks, create and run predictive algorithms. So yeah, create websites. As I just said, once you understand base Python and begin working with a few libraries, you'll quickly begin to see the vast potential of Python, because first you have to just get started and then you'll understand what you can do with it, because we just won't start off with an extremely complicated program and then you'll be like, oh, this is why you use it. You have to learn from basics and then you'll understand why you want to use it. And okay, so first we have to check if we already have it on our computer, Python. So to check that on Windows command line, one second, I'll just open my command line. So first go and open your command prompt and then type in Python. One second, it's not typing Python. And you should get something like this. I'm running on an older version, which is not really that old. Okay, to exit, you can just do that. Okay, so if you do get something like this, that means that you have Python installed, but please make sure that it's 3.6 onwards, or you just might want to download it again. And I don't have a Linux machine with me right now, so it's the same thing, but Python is usually already pre-installed on a Linux system, so you can just write Python 3, and then you'll get something. If you don't, then just follow the process I'll show you later in this video. Okay, so I'll just go back to the slide. Okay, so let's continue now. Okay, so how to install Python. I'll just go back to my web and I'll show you. So you can just go and type python.org, and then you'll get this. This is Python's official site. So if you go here and click on download, and it'll start downloading an exe file if you're on Windows, and then you can click on it and follow the instructions it shows you. And after that, we'll be needing to download an IDE or Anaconda, which has Jupyter Notebooks. It's an editing environment, which is really helpful. So let's go ahead and go to Anaconda Python. Okay, just click on that and then go to distributions. And by the way, remember when you're downloading Python, it might ask you to add to path. So check the box to add it to path, because it will be helpful if you're using an IDE or something like PyCharm. So go and click on this download button. It will download a quite big exe file, so 0.5 gigabyte. Hopefully, I think you would have enough storage for it, so just go ahead and download it and follow the instructions. Okay, so after you do that, you can search up Anaconda. Okay, open. Okay, cool. So this is how it should look like. So after you do this, you can click on launch where it says Jupyter Notebooks, and this should open a website, localhost 8080 or 8888, it depends. And then yeah, mine is that. I think it's still loading. Okay, so I am going to go and start so I will go ahead and create a new notebook. Okay, so this is how Jupyter Notebook should look like. And here, if you do some basic commands like 1 + 2 and run it, to run it there's a shortcut, Shift Enter, so it will give you an output. To create more cells, it would be Alt Enter, so you can create new cells with Alt Enter. You'll see me doing that and not going and saying cell, add, or run it manually. Okay, so that's a quick tip, sorry. And you can print stuff. Let's say hello world, and you can just hit Alt Enter, so hello world will be printed. And this lecture is not going to be about programming, it's just going to be on downloading. So okay, so we're done with Jupyter Notebook, so let's go back to our presentation. And also you should note that there are many other online no install required Python environments, so you can check them out if you just type in Python online IDE or something like that. So it's not really mandatory that you have to download it on your computer. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, we already did that. So running Python code, we already covered that as well, so let's just skip through these. These IDEs and everything, I will use PyCharm. You can also use Spider instead of it when we're doing projects, so we will also do some projects during this course, so you can have a more hands-on experience. So yep, we're going to use this for learning, and we're going to use IDEs for creating projects. So we're going to create a tic-tac-toe game, and then we're also going to create a blackjack game and many more. Okay. So by the way, you can use, it's not mandatory that you have to use Jupyter if I'm using it, or use PyCharm if I am. It's your wish. You can use anything that you want. And that's it for this lecture. I'll see you in the next one. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe. Bye.
Please do like, share and subscribe.